what are you working on? I'm in syncopation today. Oh, what's that? Oops. Man, it's flying. Papers be flying today. Hold on. I'm working out Ted Reed syncopation. I don't have a cover. But I'm on Triplet, page 53. But I hope you're well, dude. I wanted to get some of this in. Taking just accented triplets, but wherever there's an accent, I'm going to try to obviously play an accent, play a cymbal, add diddles, put heritas wherever the accents are. So, yeah, it should be fun. Tracking an album next week is just going to go over songs. Nice, dude. Happy tracking. Let's go. I hope it's a project you like. Does that make you syncopate? Oh. Golf, what's up? Oh, we in here. We in here syncopating. Yeah, dude. We syncopating. No, I was going to write out all these like heretic combinations, but I was like, dude, I'll just take this and change it around. So like this one, it's accenting on 1 and 3. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, bop, bop. So I can add a diddle to that, like da da, da da. Whoops. Or do a herita, right? Like, but they get like the accents change. So does that make you syncopate? Totally. At least I hope, right? That's why we're doing it, right? What is, I guess, non-syncopate? Syncopation is like two rhythms that go against each other, right? So what's a non-syncopated note? A super lame note? Is that what they call them? Is it syncopated? No, it's just lame. I don't know. But I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm going to have a splash of coffee, and then we'll keep going. Triplet. I'm obsessed with these right now. I'm obsessed with just mastering control over what to play when, you know, and just get comfortable with just different phrasings. Happy Monday. Or happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Coffee tastes weird. Too lazy to cook real dinner, so just an omelet. Nice. Dude, relax, right? You deserve... This is probably a good omelet, but you deserve to relax, yeah. Don't overdo it. Off tomorrow, though. Nice. Sleep in. Play some video games. Watch a movie. Yeah. And cook something nice tomorrow, right? How is work going, dude? I hope well. Stay. This is a fat book. Right. An omelet will hold you over. Tomorrow, go crazy. You know, steak, potatoes, have a nice beverage, a frothy beverage. All right. I'm going to move quick with these. We'll see where they take me. But yeah, we'll do a quick practice tonight. I was going to go live like way earlier, but family crazy stuff happened. All good, but like, yeah, all you never know what's gonna happen. That's the thing, the joys, right? But we'll get a good practice in. I just want to kind of run through all these and just see what happens, so I know what to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't have to record or anything. I'm excited. I'm just gonna practice all day, every day. All right. my left flaretas. I'm not even gonna talk. No talking stream. JB, what's up, dude? Hi. My left hairtas are slow. I have to remember that they're slower than my right, so I have to compensate. sextuplets. Oh, let's go. So what's up? Hi. So I'm taking if you're curious, if you want to try it, it's harder than it seems, because you might be like, oh, they're just triplets. Syncopation. Ted reads a book. I don't know if you have it. Page 53. I'm sure it's on the Google. 53, 54, 55, 58. Yeah. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. All the triplet accents, that's what I'm trying right now. Trying them with different left hand, right hand leads, but wherever there's an accent, I'm either playing an accent, right? Or wherever there's an accent, I'm turning it into a diddle, right? Or playing like a herta, like an alternating 16th. So like, it's like the first one's like triplet, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing like da 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 da. Or like a herta, right? So it'll alternate. And then moving it around the kit. It's harder than it looks, right? It's harder than it seems. You're like, oh, it's just triplets. It's easy. Nice little accent here and there. And by themselves, yeah, it's not bad. But man, you start taking that accent and adding a flam to it, or putting a drag in front of it, you come up with some really cool ideas, right? So keeping 4 on the floor, 2 and 4 on the hi-hat, and just seeing where it goes. But I hope your practice went good. Sextuplets. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. That's 3's where it's at. Triplets, 6s. That's like the money subdivision for fills, grooves. It just, I don't know. 3 is the magic number, right? Oh man, 5s are good. 5s are good. I think if you're a drummer, 5s are money, right? Most people are like, what? What was that? You know? 5s are good though. Really good. How do you count your 5s? I'm curious. I was taught to count 5s like kabla, kind of like the tabla, like taka ginaga, taka ginaga, taka ginaga, taka ginaga, taka ginaga. Right? Some people do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bop, bop, bop. But I was taught like taka ginaga, taka ginaga, taka ginaga, taka ginaga, taka ginaga, da 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 da. And then 7s I was taught taka gina ginaga. Taka gina ginaga, 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 taka da 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 bop 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 bop. Taka ginaga, taka ginaga, da 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 da. Taka dimity, taka dimity. Oh, that's kind of cool. Similar, right? Isn't that funny? That's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever heard how she counts them. She's amazing. She's so good. Don't listen to me. Listen to her. Don't listen to me. I'm trying to think who taught me how to count 5s. I think it was Gary Hess, the reading teacher at MI at the time. I think he was the one who kind of was like, all right, this is how you count them. Because I think I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's like, are you going to count that fast when you're playing fast tempos? I'm like, I remember like thinking in my head, I was like, I don't know. But in my head, I was like, dude, I'm not playing these fast. Are you crazy? I'll be busting out 5s at like 200 BPM. I'm like, I don't know. I'm good. But it made sense, right? But he was like, how are you going to count that fast? I'm like, I ain't. I just won't play them that fast. But we'll keep going. things right. Sorry, what's up, dude? Is it warmer for you today? I hope. Dude, it was so warm today. It was disgusting. It's so wrong. It's terrible. It's the worst. Boo. Well, I hope you're well, dude. It's probably good jet skiing weather, though, right? It's getting that good kind of, I don't know, surf. This is probably good primetime jet skiing. All right, the next accent is on the 1 and the 2. It's about there. Yeah, I know what's up. I know what's up. I know. Spring into early summer, that's the good time, right? Still pretty. Okay, wait a second. Okay. I'm curious. So I'm used to California ocean when it's always like 40 degrees. Isn't the East Coast like always pretty warm? How cold is cold for you? Because, I don't know, I feel like the ocean's always warmer on the East Coast. California, it's always like 50, 60 degrees. It's always cold. It's, oh my, dude, that's so warm. 69. That's so warm. That's like bath water. Oh, man. Aw, Fallon, let's go. It was probably Tips or Muscle they gifted recently. Aw, that's so nice you got one. I'm glad you got one. Your sweeties, sweetie patooties. Far from bathwater. 69 is pretty warm though, man. That's what, like, I feel like everyone that has pools up here in the summertime, I feel like that's usually, like, the water usually gets to like 70, 80, right? Because at night it cools down, and I feel like that's like average pool water where I live. Unless you have a heated pool. Unless you're fancy, you know. But yeah, dude, that's like going in the creek. Sorry, you gotta come visit. We'll go in the creek. You're like, no, I'm good. I'm good, Dan. Come see all your snowbird buddies. Come up in the summer and say hi to them, you know. I know you'll miss them. Sorry's way, bass player. If you're around Northeast PA, let me know. No, it's a crick. There's a difference. A crick and a creek are two different things. A crick is like a smaller creek. It goes spring, crick, creek, stream, river, ocean? I don't know. Estuary or something? Bay. Oh, nice. Let me know, dude. If you're, I'm like an hour and a half-ish away from Scranton. It's not spelled crick, though. Well, it's so cool you can't spell it. Austin, hello. It's good to see you. Oh, I hope you guys had a good Monday. Trying to educate. Sorry. If you come up here saying creek, you'll get a funny look. If you're like, yeah, I'm going to go down to the creek, I'd be like, whoa, fancy person's here. It's a crick. Doylestown. Where's Doylestown? I got to look on it. I know I've been there before. That's like down by, like Philly, right? Doylestown. Says it's 95 miles away from me. So you probably go through like 81 or something, right? Yeah, that's down like Philly. Well, if you're going through 81, that's like, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes from me. So if you're going through Scranton, maybe I can meet you for like lunch or something, dude. Plinko, hello. Manatees, wait. All the manatees would love the cricks. They'd be like, "What? This is amazing." All right, these are gonna be tricky. Some of these get really weird, but I gotta do it. Don't be afraid, right? Just get it done. What do they say in the Sandlot? An L7 weenie? Don't be an L7 weenie, Dan. What does that mean? Level 7 weenie? Isn't that what he says? Don't be a weenie. All right, here we go. Wasn't a drop. That was planned. That was a planned release. It's like, Houston, we are go for release. And they were like, Roger that. We are go for release. And I was like, release. And they were like, whoa. That's how it happened. So we had 3 good practice days, right? This one's got to be a crapshoot. We can't have 4 good ones in a row. It's not gonna happen. I just yelled at myself. I was like, chill out, relax, drop those shoulders. Because I was probably like, yeah, get it. And then I was like, oh, relax. This is an exercise, this is no fun. There's no fun right now. None. If I'm having fun, I gotta kill it, you know? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Practicing. Sorry. I can't be all getting into it, you know? But you guys kind of, can you hear it a little bit? Like that. The accent is that triplet, 1, 2. And then I'm adding accents, going to toms, adding hertas, diddles. But hopefully that accent stays true and you can hear where it is. Yeah, there's no fun on Mondays, right? There's no fun while practicing. Gotta pop those balloons. Take that, kids. No fun. And notice if I start off too fast and I go to do like diddles or heritos, it just shows like how much there's a gap between my confidence and my tempo and actually executing that, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, and then I go to do it and I'm like, ugh! Like my technique is just not there. So I'm trying to figure out like that reasonable tempo where everything's smooth, and then we'll go from there, right? You had fun once, it was awful. Right? Like, that's what I get for having fun. Oh man, that's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, bass player. I taught this one student. The parents were so chill, and the kids were cool. They were twin boys. And I'll never forget this. Something about like we were talking about getting married, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys have fun, yeah, whatever." And he's like, "I've had fun once in my life," and I got punished for it twofold or something like that. I'll never forget. Like his wife was there, and his kids are like 7, 8, and they're like going crazy. And the wife looked up and she smiled, and I was like, "Man, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to say." He's like, "I had fun once, and then I got punished twofold." And he's like looking at his kids, and I was like, "That makes sense. Makes sense." You just reminded me about that. He was a dad that like never talked, like ever. He would come in and pick up the kids and be like, "They good?" I'd be like, "Yep." And he'd be like, "Cool, have a great day." Chill guy. But when he ever said something, I kind of always remember. So I'm like, poor guy. Oh, man. Megan, what's up, dude? In love. Wait. You're in love with the art of bop drumming? Guns, let's go! It's kind of like, I'm out of syncopation today, too. If you have this by Ted Reed, this is another one. I'm kind of taking stuff from the art of bop drumming and just moving it over to here. But mega, right? What's that saying? A wise man speaks. A fool. I don't know. A wise man speaks when there's something to be said. And a fool speaks to hear themselves talk. I don't know. There's a saying. I'm not there yet. But yeah, goals, right? Just be that. Right? Mega, as kids, they chip away at you, right? So eventually we're just like, ugh. I totally get it. I'm like, I always joke with Mrs. Drumstone now. I'm like, I know what happened to like our parents. I know exactly what happened to my dad. I know exactly what happened to your dad. It all makes sense. You see like the heavens open up, and it's like, oh yeah. They're breaking us down a little bit at a time. Talking now, we're like, there's no point in talking. Just grunts, right? Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and to remove all doubt. Oh man, that's similar. There was one, that's a good one. There's something about a wise man speaks when there's something to be said. Abe Lincoln said that? Man, freaking Abe Lincoln. On President's Day and all that. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. That's like a mic drop. Abe Lincoln would have been like, poof. Imagine that. And Congress would have been like, oh. Have you seen the movie Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis? It's really good. It's Good movie. But I watch it and I'm like, everyone says like how Daniel Day-Lewis is so like good at acting, and he is. But I watch that and I'm like, that's the milkshake guy. Like I can't separate him from stuff anymore after that. Seeing him go like all crazy on the Riddler, right? You heard it was good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But like he beats up the Riddler in no Country for Old. No, what's the movie? There Will Be Blood. No Country for Old Men is the other one. That's with the dude with like the air thing, right? Some weird movies. All right, but Mega, I hope you're well, for real. I like that Paul Dano is just the Riddler, and now he is. Right? He's the guy in There Will Be Blood, right? He's like the religious dude at the end with the bowling, right? I'm pretty sure he's like the preacher or a missionary or something. But yeah, he's the Riddler now. Come on now. Heck, I haven't seen There Will Be Blood, but I know he's in it. You should watch it, Mega. It's unsettling, but really good. I'll put it that way. Like, I'm at a point now with movies, I just want to see really, like, people who are really good at their job, you know, with as far as acting and, like, even directing and how they set scenes up and all that. Like, I love that. I could care less about, like, the action sequences or how many explosions there are per minute. Like, so finding movies like that are, like, you get totally taken out of whatever's going on because it's so real. You're like, holy crap. It's a great movie. It really is. Abe Lincoln, or Lincoln's pretty on par with that, but there's points where I feel like he's trying to sound like someone like Abe Lincoln, or how people think Abe Lincoln sounded. But There Will Be Blood is like full on, just, it's so good. It's really good. I think Daniel Day, didn't he retire? Isn't he like done with acting? Which I hope not, because he is pretty good. But it's kind of, did you ever watch Inglourious Bastards? I know I'm supposed to be practicing. But you know that scene in the beginning with the milk, right? And they're at the table and you're just like, I remember watching that in the theaters and it felt like that scene lasted for like an hour. It was like, oh my God, right? Like, remember everyone's under the floor? And I was just like, there's scenes in There Will Be Blood that's like that, where you're just like, there's no music, nothing's happening, but they're just so intense at acting. It's wonderful. Where should I delay finishing the filmography? Because all those movies are pretty good. Yeah, save for rainy days. It'll be worth. Let me know when you watch it. I'm curious if you like it. Mrs. Drumstone, she was like, I can't watch this. I was like, oh, it's so good. It was a little intense for her, but it's a good movie. Really good. But it's milkshakes in it, so you know it's good. I think it takes place in the early 1900s or late 1800s, something like that. Very good. Very good. But chatty. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to try to get through as many of these as I can, because I have a feeling I could stick on one of these for like an hour and not get anywhere. After Sun is about a woman sort of reliving a trip she took with her dad when she was like 11 years old. Ooh, After Sun? Is it on a streaming service, or do you have to rent it? Because I'd check that out 100%. I haven't heard of that. After Sun. She was 11 years old via old footage and memories. That's kind of cool. It's crazy how like our kids are gonna have like high definition, like footage of them being like born and babies and like all the video of them. Where I have a few videos of when I was a kid, but we didn't get a video camera in my family till I was like 13. So it is interesting to see the difference, right? But all right. So we accented 1 and 3, and again, I'm going to be tempo dependent on some of these because my left hand is just not up to speed with my right. But hopefully, from doing this, we'll get a little better. The thing that's going to slow me down is like playing Heritas, like moving around the kit, right? So especially with my left hand. I think it is one that might still only be rentable. It's really good, dude. I'm all about renting or purchasing something. You know, if it's good, I love that. Very impactful as a parent. Don't you hate those movies though? At the same time. You're like, man, I just want to watch a movie. And now I'm like, oh. Right? We're like watching like a Pixar movie with the kids. And then I'm like, at the end of it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a horrible parent. You know, you're like, oh my God, thanks, Pixar. You know? Stupid movies. Oh. It's called Sun, After Sun, After Sun, After Sun. I'll check it out. I promise. All right. Number 3, page 53 of, if you're a drummer, and you know this book, Ted Reed's Syncopation. It's like the book that everyone kind of does stuff. So I'm taking the basic triplet exercises and blowing them out of proportion. I will warn the movies is sort of sad by nature. I don't mind those movies. Mrs. Drumstone doesn't really like those, you know. I don't have emotions, really, I guess. The older I get. I don't know. I guess I do feel things, but less and less the older I get. He didn't feel so much as movie laser targeting. Oh, no. Like a sniper, right? Minnie, hello. Yeah, you know syncopation. I'm on page 53. So, I don't know. I kind of have a soul, but I really don't. I don't know. I'm kind of ruthless. Certain things. The last movie that choked me up, in all honesty, was The Iron Giant. Probably. When he's going to get, at the end, when he's like, I'm Superman. And I'm like, oh, there you are. That was probably the last one where I was like, nope, get back in there. But I can watch like The Last of Us or whatever and to be like, oh, that sucks. Oh, well. You know? So it's weird what triggers me. Go to the bathroom and see you cry for 5 minutes. You come back like, I used to do that as a kid. I'd go cry, like have those heavy cries, be like, and then come back in the room and you're like, were you crying? No. You can't breathe. Oh, remember that as a kid? Interesting, right? All right, here we go. Superman. Oh man, if they made a sequel to Iron Giant, I'd be all about that. That movie's so good. So good. Boom, boom, boom. A real grown-up movie. I like that. What do you mean? A video game adaptation isn't a real adult movie? I love it, Mega. You're good people. I miss your face. I miss your laugh. I miss your musk. hard for me. That's no joke, you know. Triplet UPSD. Yeah, you're right. You're like, oh, did you march? You're marching drummer. Oh man. Number 4. Yeah, what's up? No good. Hi. And bless you too. Hello. I don't know how to say your name. Hello. Hold on. There's probably a cool way to say this. I'm going to see it. Nuwanda. Oh, the A's are upside down. Hi. takes me a while. I'm old. You got to explain it to me. I'm not cool with the I don't it takes me a while. So now the accent's on 2 and 3. Exercise 4, page 53. I knew it. I knew it. I'm on to you, Megan. I'm on to you. Potato banana. That's a good one too. I like that. That's interesting. Whenever there's little observation for you drummers out there. Where I know right hand sounds heavy on all of them. That's why we're working on it. It's all bad. So if you're trying this and you're playing Hertas, if let's say it's on 1 and 3, if you go right, left, da 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 da, right, left, right, it shifts, right? But if you have them back to back on quarter notes, it'll stay on the same hand, which is kind of cool. So like when it's on 1 and 2, they're both right hand lead. In this case, it's on 2 and 3, so you have it on left hand on 2 and 3. It's kind of cool. That's what I mean. Just doing this stuff gets you used to the patterns, get used to the hand stuff, all those things. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, right? Getting there. triplets are making me sick. I'm allergic to them. I love that. I can see that as like a Instagram ad right now. Do you like playing the same thing over and over? Right? It's true though. That's how you got to work out the kinks, right? And repetition is the way. It is the way. And this is stuff I don't do. So it's like if I want to get good at it, I gotta just do it and do it and do it. You know, feel it, work out the kinks, get comfortable with it enough to make adjustments and go from there, right? So that was 1 and 4. Next is 1, 2, and 3 accents. Accents on 1, 2, and 3. Good sleep. Thanks for stopping in, man. Thank you. Oh, woo. I appreciate it. I really do. Hope you have an amazing night and a good day tomorrow. Sneezies. Stupid allergies. It's not freezing here. All right, next is on 1, 2, and 4. Guys are so nice. Rosen, I hope you have a great night. It's great to see you. The F. Let's go. Yeah, with the beer, it's perfect, right? Sorry, and I'm ruining it by talking. Prof. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Guys are the nicest people. But I hope someone's trying this with me. This pain, torture. But yeah, the goal is like, to keep that hum going, keep this steady, and just try to keep the triplets. I don't want them to sound perfect. That's the thing. I want them to sound like me and natural. So if there's, if they're moving around the snare, they're going to sound different. But I'm trying to make them seem melodic, even though it's an exercise. But it's hard to do. Nice. Yeah. Let's go. Now the 1, 3, and 4. Prof, are you trying it? I hope so. It's a good kind of pain, right? The next is on all quarter notes. So this is like on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then they start breaking it up into like the 1 and the a 1 and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going into broken up accents, not just always on a quarter note, but we'll do all quarters. Those marching band kids. No, right? Them kids. So Mega, I'll take a little break here for a second. I'm all about the breaks today. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's take a break. I played a lot today. My arms are tired. Palms are sweaty. My school had a band, right? But it was so small. We didn't have a football team. So, like, our marching band, we would literally do, like, 3 parades a year, maybe 2. And then we would go at the county fair and, like, walk around the fair and play songs. It was a joke. But we were terrible. We were awful. But it was still fun. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Because we had, like, or Pearl snares, I think it was. Or maybe Yamaha, like, marching snares. And I was like, whoa, this is wild. I felt so cool, right? But I moved to LA and go through college, and I started teaching at a college and a music school. And the kids, like, in junior high were joining marching band, right, for high school. But they were, like, prepping them in, like, 6th, 7th, 8th grade to the point where, like, they were really good. Like they were doing field shows and, like, crazy stuff at, like, 7th, 8th grade just to, like, try out to be in high school. Where I went to high school, they were begging people to join the band. They were like, you can hold sticks? Cool. You're in the band. But, like, I was teaching these kids who were going up against, 100 other kids to be one of, 4 snare drums or something. And I was like, this is intense. It's crazy. But those schools were huge, right? There's like 1,000 kids per grade, maybe more. I don't know. And it's a lot of money schools, So, like, the band programs were, like, crazy funded. They would go to, like, travel competitions. It was nuts. So yeah, by the time some of my students were trying out for high school level, it was like, it was seriously intense, and the kids were, like, all stressed out. I'm like, holy crap, it's marching band. You don't need to, like, you're playing like second bass drum. Like, chill out. But even that it was so competitive, right? You could get bumped to cymbals, and that sucked. And they were all freaking out if they would get on snare line, and I was like, oh my God, dude. It's all right. You're 14. Calm down. But it's like a whole nother level now. Like, even with sports and stuff. Like, anyone could play sports. When I was a kid, right? I'm an old man. I know. I'm ranting, right? Mega's like, Dan's so old. But, like, seriously, such a small school. It was like, I'll play basketball. They're like, cool. And now they're like, all right, try out. Like, there's like everyone wants to play. You got to try out and start when you're, like, 6 months old. It's crazy. Mike, hello. How are you doing? So yeah, kids they got it. It's different now for kids. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's pretty intense. So they were doing like DCI level competitions in like ninth grade. Like they would seriously travel all over the world, and it was pretty competitive. So I don't know. Practice splits so I can get dust. Yes, that's right. She's behind, dude. Let's go. Yeah, like the funny thing was, Mega, I learned a couple things from being in that environment, right? Of like the kids were I don't want to say just like a lot of it was the parents, right? Or like you're gonna join the band and you're gonna get into marching band or whatever, and like the parents are like signing their kids up for travel basketball when they're 5, and they're like, you're gonna be in the NBA, and it was so interesting. Some of the kids loved it, and they were just like begging their parents to like go out for stuff, and like they wanted it. They were like, I really want to do this. But then like I saw it with drumming, and I saw it with certain like some of my students that were also in sports. I'm like, do you want to play basketball? They're like, no, my dad loves basketball, and he signed me up when I was like 4, and he makes me do it. I'm like, that sucks. You know, like so many of those kids that I was teaching had no interest in what their parents were like. Like I get it if you wanted to play baseball or whatever, but like they were making them do like crazy travel, practice twice a day, you know, weekend crazy tournaments, and I don't know. They're kids, you know? So I saw two ends of it. The kids who really wanted to do it and their parents supported it, I was like, that's cool. But then I saw the kids who were just like, I hate this, but my parents make me do it. You know, it's kind of hard to watch because I'm like, well, what do you want to do? They're like, I don't know, sit at home and read. You know, but it's like, oh, it sucks, man. I'm sorry. So, and that's how usually a lot of adults are like, oh my God, I hate piano. My parents made me play it, but I wish like I still, you know, like you can't win, I guess. You can only sports ball for so long. Maybe a parent don't understand the discipline level is the same in music. Oh no, I think some parents do, but they sign with me. I saw it a few times where the dad, it was usually the dad. Dads are kind of the wacko ones when it comes to sports or like doing things that they want them, that like you want your kids to do what you think is cool. So I used to get all these dads would sign up their kids for like drum lessons, and they're like, yeah, I love like Motley Crue and they're going to be rock stars, right? I'm like, your kid's 5. He's picking his nose right now. I don't know, you know, and like I had one parent who was like crazy into baseball and signed his kid up because he was like, yeah, I'm going to get him a scholarship. He's going to da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh my gosh, the kid hated baseball. Just, it was terrible to watch, you know, because the kid was like, oh, whatever. So I was lucky. My parents were like, whatever you want to do, we'll support you. But they would always ask me, like, do you want to play baseball? I'd be like, nah, not really. They'd be like, okay. You know, if you want to play, you know, drums, they were like, we'll support you. Go for it. But they were never like, get in there in practice. Because I've seen some crazy weird parents, right? I could see forcing some sort of activity on a kid rather than letting him. Yeah. Maybe not hardcore. Like our kids do like soccer and stuff like that, but if they want to do it, we're not like, you know, signing them up for like travel soccer and be like, get in there and annihilate those kids. You know, Papa Joe, hi. Want to say hi. I'm assuming your relationship and news via Facebook. Wait. Yes. From like a week or two ago, right? We are too. We're very happy. Right? It was like a week or two ago. But Papa Joe, I know Papa Joe's son. We're good friends. And we were in LA together. And you've probably heard the crazy parent stories. Papa Joe's son taught at a very big school. Speaking of crazy parents. So you've probably heard some stories too. You know, trip with parents to see real music. Yeah. I saw Carnegie Hall make my dad cry. Oh, right on. That's kind of cool, though. My high school trajectory was trumpet, sax, Jazz band, bass, drums. Nice. That's a good one. It's groundhog. Oh man. There's some crazy people out there, guys. And when it comes to raising kids, everyone does their own thing. But I guess I was fortunate enough to see, as a teacher, just some like what not to do to your kids. Because I felt really bad, with some students. Because I would see them, let's say, just randomly on a Tuesday night for a half an hour, right? Drum lessons. And I was like, hey, how's it going? They're like, oh, okay. And let's say Monday, they were at baseball, right? And then after baseball, they had math tutoring. And then after that, they were in dance. And then Tuesday, they would come right from school to a drum lesson. And then they would have baseball. And then they would, have tennis practice. And then Wednesday, they had, after school, whatever, prep and like second or third language classes parents would sign them up for. And then they'd have piano. And then Thursday, like every night and every weekend, the kids' time was just like, instead of being good at one thing, right? Or letting a kid focus on something they really loved, they were, at least I noticed all my students were mediocre at like 15 things, right? They couldn't spend time really on anything because they were in so many things. And it was interesting. It was interesting to watch, Yeah, Papa Joe. I miss Chip. The best. Kids working more. Oh man, we would joke about that at the music school because the parents would drop the kids off and then they would do this. They'd sit on the couch and be like, have a great lesson. Have a great lesson. Uh-huh. And then we'd come out of the lesson. They'd be like, oh, you're done with your lesson. Okay, we got to get to soccer. All right, let's get going. And the whole time they're on their phone. It's like they want to entertain their kids somewhere else. I don't know. It was kind of sad. Some of the good kids. But yeah, they were just like, they couldn't focus on anything because they're in a million different activities. So when they get to me, and I'm like, did you practice? They're like, well, no, I wanted to, but like, I don't have time. And I'm like, yeah, because you're in all this crap. So, yeah, they're kids, But we'll keep going. But Papa Joe, I hope you guys are well. How about this weather? Right? It's like so weird. We have mosquitoes out. Our daffodils are coming up. All the trees are budding. The geese are like starting to make babies. I'm like, no, stop. It's going to get cold. Yeah, we'll get rolling. We got a lot to do. We're going to move on to the accent will be on the one and the and of one. So we're starting to get into the cool little phrases, but I'll try to make them sound cool. All right, so that's going to be interesting if we do kind of Zeech, what's up? Hi. 2/16. Zippy High. Zeech, have you ever tried playing Ra Ra Rasputin by Boney M? I had to learn it in 2 hours. I didn't really get started. I do not know that song at all. All I can think of right now is Ra 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 Mama, Lady Gaga. Bad romance. I don't know that song, or I would definitely help you. But if you have to learn something in a short amount of time, that's like a whole topic. But get the basics of it down, the meat and potatoes, and then worry about the craziness of the song once you get, at least if you can hold it down, if you've got to perform it. If I've had to learn pieces like to a gig, or I get a call, they're like, hey, can you come fill in tonight or whatever, I've got like an hour or two to learn a whole set. You don't worry about like the fills if you're playing it perfectly or not, we got any advice on hand speed? Get the accents right if speed is a problem. Yeah, Nooser's right. It's speed, hand speed. I mean, that's kind of what we're working on now too. Zeech, I always tell people this. Your hands aren't the issue, right? It's not that a lot of people think like I have to build up endurance and I have to build up speed by building up muscle and all that. You already have what you need. You already have the ligaments. You already have the muscles. It's not like your right hand is like, right? Maybe it is. I don't know. But I want you to think about this. You have everything you need to play fast, right? With your left hand. The problem is your brain. You've got to program your brain how to work those muscles and tendons and ligaments as fast as this, right? This is your instinct hand, especially if you're right-handed. You have to play. You're basically training your left hand. So hand speed, think of it like when you learned how to walk. You didn't just stand up and start running around. Your body learned how to balance. It learned, all right, so if I put weight here, this happens. Like your left hand is learning how to walk. So you have to learn things slow and repetition and just starting to fire up all those nerve endings and create an instinct with your left hand. Then speed will come, right? So if you're trying to go real fast and you're tensing up and you're like, ugh, if you try to force it, nothing's going to happen. But you have to teach that hand or that limb how to utilize everything in it, just like your right does. So that's the tip for speed, is slowing it down and really paying attention. Like, all right, what is it doing? That's the easiest thing. I can give you like a million exercises and you can be like, bop, 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 bop. But if you're trying to like brute force your way through them, it's gonna, slow and steady is the race when it comes to hand speed. 100%. Just always tell yourself, I have the endurance, I have the muscle. It's just your brain isn't caught up to the technique isn't there. How to get it out as clear as the other side. So you got to work on that. Shino's YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Yeah, Minnie. Immortal, thank you. Hi.
Delicious.
That's nice. So Zeech, I hope that helps. I could do a paradiddle at 120, but it's working that around the kit. Yeah, Zeech. I mean, for an example right now, I'm trying to play heritas around the kit and be comfortable with that. And my right hand is like, and my left is like, it's just not happening. So you got to go down to where that tempo is playable and you're in control. Really feel it out, tighten that up, and then push tempos. So if like 120 is just like your limit with your left hand, I know it sounds silly, but go to like 80 and just practice it really slow. It sounds silly and you might be like, that's nuts. But your brain has to learn, like when you're moving around the kit, especially paradiddles, your right hand is used to moving quickly, laterally, right, to other things, right? You're like, oh, right, boom, 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 boom. Your left hand isn't. If you try to just do that by yourself, your left hand accuracy wise, going from here to here is not as good as this. You've just fine tuned your motor skills with this right hand so well. So you got to slow it down. You got to learn how to walk with your left hand. Right? And then the speed will come. If you're trying to go for speed, it's not going to happen. If you slow things down and just, it's boring and it's tedious, but really when you're playing, focus on that left hand. This is good. You know what to do. This is like, oh, paradiddle's cool. But really try to like watch your left hand, try to anticipate where it's going to go if you're trying to play paradiddles around the kit, you know. You notice like after that hit, start moving. A lot of times people just are dragging. They'll go paradiddle. Oh crap, right? They're just not used to moving that left hand because the left hand just plays snare. So a lot of it is like being where you need to be before you need to be there, and teaching your weaker hand how that works, right? And that's an instinct. I'm not thinking when I'm playing a fill, I'm not going tom one and then move it here. It's an instinct, right? It's just, that's why we practice. So if you're trying to do things with your left hand, it's not used to it. So it has to be taught. Yeah. I hope that helps. I'll check out that song for you later, and if I can help. Craft, hello. Immortal, I hope you had a great stream. It's great to see you. But it can be frustrating because you're like, I can do it. But it's usually up here. You know? Sadly, the foundation of anything cool and impressive is usually a lot of boring practice. Yeah. Speaking to teaching kids, like, it's funny, my oldest did basketball, and I would pick him up from practice, him and his buddy, you know. And it's fun to hear them talk, right? Because they're like, oh, yeah, I went between my legs, and I was like, oh, and behind the back, and I'm driving. I'm like, this is adorable. But then they're like, you know, they start talking about, like, you know, the great basketball players. You know, they're like, yeah, Kobe, he practiced free throws every day? I'm like, yeah, he did. Did he have to? And they're like, no, he was the best, but he did. And I'm like, yeah, right? And he used to practice slow in his form and stuff like that. Like, even at, like, the best level, they're still working on the basics and the mechanics and the foundation, you know? So it's cool. Whatever you love, it could be anything. But I feel like if you want to get better at it, you realize, like, you'll never conquer it. But that chase of getting better and fully understanding whatever it is, that is so exciting. And that's what passion is, you know? Like, that's what drives crazy good people like Michael Jordan and Kobe to be insane. But they just, like, they want to just be as best as they can, you know? Nearly every instrument with the drums is my main, but you get careful instruments and focus on drums. Yeah. Do what your soul's telling you to do, right? But it's hard because your brain has a dominant hand. It'd be like trying to learn guitar left-handed. You'd be like, I mean, you could do it, but your brain's gonna have to take a minute to figure it out, you know. Where the right hand's like, oh yeah. So same thing with the drums. It's just you gotta teach your brain. Sadly, I wish you could just like Neo, you know. Mega, why isn't that around yet? Just plug it in and you could be like, I do paradiddles at 140, and then you could be like, right? It's coming. That was that Neuralink. You could be like Vinny Caliuta. That's the future, right? We're gonna be buying like drummer packs for our Neuralinks. Be like, yeah, Chad Smith, cool. Yeah, or like they'll call them like the Chad packs. So you'll get Chad Smith, Chad Wackerman, and Chad Sexton. President's Day Chad pack sale. Chat GPT and other few years. Yeah, right? Yeah. Gotta get the software update. Yeah. Dude, my firmware is like so not right. Oh, it's coming, guys. It's coming. If you guys could do the Neuralink thing, would you? I wouldn't. I could care less. Maybe if I was like younger and was like, yeah. But now I'm over the hump. I'm just coasting down the hill, you know. I'm like, let's go. And that just seems like so much work. So I'm just gonna enjoy it. Enjoy the outro, as they say. Enjoy the second act. Even if it could like make me a better drummer, I'd be like, I don't know. Be curious. Chat GPT. Stuff's kind of creepy though, right? Is it just me? Didn't someone ask it, will you hurt us or something? And it was like, only if you hurt me first. Was that true? I think my friend sent me a text or something like, dude, you see this? He's a little paranoid. But I was like, I don't know, man. That feels like they programmed that in there. Maybe it is true. I don't know. Maybe Skynet's coming. Toasters are going to revolt. Our Bluetooth refrigerators will be walking by. They're just going to open the doors. Like, oh, knock it off. It's coming. Bean, hi. Yeah, we're toast, right? You're going to be walking around like, dude, what happened to your face, refrigerator? Pissed the refrigerator off. I was walking in the kitchen. It was like, bam. You know? Creeps me out for the insidious capitalist reasons of fear taking over the world. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just want to live on my mountain and play my drums, you know, eat my ice cream. I'm good. The older I get, the older I get, I totally understand old people now that are like, whatever. I get it. So what I mean, I totally understand now. Ask tough questions, work out the problem. Yeah. Hi, my name is Bean, and I was assaulted by a television. Oh, it's coming. You're gonna be brushing your teeth, and it's gonna be like, oh, they're getting you. Maggie, you can come. Yeah, we got room. Got room on the mountain. Honestly, I'm becoming full on those old guys in the balcony in the Muppets. Like, and I love every second of it. I love it. I go to the store now. I don't care what I'm wearing. You know, I used to be like, oh my God, I can't go out like this. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I got pants on. That's a good thing, right? That's a good sign. I got pants on today. That's good. Yeah, right on. People is hi. While I'm out with like 6 people whose company I enjoy. Yeah, right? Be fun. I don't know. I feel like when you're young, it's good to be around other people, right? Because you're excited. You want to do things. You want to go out and see the world and do the stuff. And then once you do the stuff, it's all, you start to realize like it's all the same. So you're like, I don't need to do that stuff anymore. I'll just stay home. So yeah. You're going to go see Paramore. Let's go. I just hit puberty. Woo! That's very cool, Bean. Vladrick! 61. Let's go, dude. Vladrick, you can come and live on the mountain with the puppies. Puppies are very welcome on the mountain. Stay over the hump and down a hill. Maybe it's just better focus. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Like you reach a point in your life where you're like, man, I I don't want to I don't want to waste whatever. Some people, it takes them a long time to realize like they don't want to waste time doing something they don't want to do. I have friends who all they care about is like when is retirement, because they hate their job, they hate everything about their days, and they just wait. They can't wait till they're like April whatever of 2070 when they can retire. I don't know, what, something like that. Their focus is just like get through all this stuff so they can retire, but they're gonna be like old, and I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. You're gonna, I don't know. I am lucky enough I'm still really excited when I come to work or do what I do. I'm so excited about it. And I always joke, a couple of my friends are having birthdays. They're turning 40 as well, right? And I joke with my wife, like, I love my friends. They're amazing. But when I go to parties with their other friends, it's so depressing. It's awful. My friends are usually, like, pretty cool. They're always usually, like, music people. So it's usually pretty fun. But, man, I'll go to my friends. Like, they'll have barbecues or, like, get-togethers with their, like, work buddies. And, oh, my gosh, it's, like, it's so terrible to, like, talk to them because they're all, like, I hate my boss. Yeah, my boss sucks. And it's like, oh, it's just, they hate their jobs. They hate like everything about what they do. And it's just, oh, grandparents fest. Yeah. And all they want to do is talk about like stuff like that sucks. I don't know. Like retirement plans or, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, okay, so you're going to work this crazy job that you hate and you hate it, and you'll retire with some money. That's cool. But like, can you enjoy it? I don't know. We'll see. Because usually a lot of people retire and then it's like, isn't it ironic, right? That song. You save and then die the next day. Touch 70, yeah. So, moral of the story, be happy, right? Find something that you just want to practice or, obsess over and love. And yeah, be crazy with it. But Paramore, that'll be fun. So I failed to make money. Hey, I didn't say it's easy, right? I always say it's not easy. There's an easy way, right? There's an easy way. That way is usually, the easy way is usually just not a happy way from what I've always experienced. Usually the hard things in life usually the things that you get the most joy out of are what's really hard, Capture some of that joy. Yeah, Maggie, you're really talented, man. Like stupid talented. So that's good to hear. Paramore was so good. Was too focused on Haley. The new drummer's really good. He plays Ludwig, I think, right? I can't think of his name, but he's really good. I've seen them play on the Tonight Show and the Kimmel performance, and it was really tight. Easy things aren't usually fulfilling. Yeah. That's what I mean. At those parties, right? When people are like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a musician." They're like, "Well, like in a band? Like, are you like in a band?" And then their next question is, "Well, you can't make a lot of money, probably, right?" And like, because their brains are just wired to that. Like, they were always too afraid to like try something or pursue something. And I get it, right? It's not for everybody. There's people that just they want that safety net, But then there's freaking psychos like me who are like, let's do it. All in, right? You're at the table and you're like, but it's hard as life goes on. It's harder to go all in on something, right? Because you just have all these other responsibilities. It smells like Ludwig in here. Yeah. It's always the question, Mega, because they can't wrap their brain around it. Like, why would you do something that isn't, like, so you don't have like a weekly paycheck or like what? Like their brains aren't wired like that. They've been from like the womb, I guess. They're like, all right, you got to get a good job, you got to go to school, and you got to get a good position and get the manager and take over, get the retirement fund, get the boat, get the vacations. So they don't get it. I have a hard time talking with those people because I could just see the glaze over in their eyes. I'm like, oh my God, you are so boring. And my wife knows it too. That's why she told me about these parties that are coming up, and I was like, oh. I don't even try to explain what I do to people because they don't get it, I'm the photographer. First question is, yeah, do you do weddings? Yes, right? Yeah, but it's a different mindset, It's not for everybody. Just like I couldn't do what they do, so it's good that they're out there, right? Father, hello, new account. Who dis?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Duke Silver!
Nos! I was talking to your mans today. Congratulations, Nos, by the way. Hi. We're talking about boring people, right? I always feel like that Apple ad, like, here's to the crazy people, right? That's what it's about. Accountants and such, yeah. I don't know, yeah. When you say accountants, I think of Ben Affleck in that movie. Oh man, that movie's so good. They need a sequel to that. We always get these crappy sequels, like John Wick, like 47. Can we get an accountant too, please? But yeah, no, I hope you had an amazing stream. It's great to see you. Boom, boom, boom. I thought of you the other day. I downloaded Skyrim on PS5, and my save was still there and my oldest son was there, and because I was like trying to explain him like Skyrim to him, and I'm like, it's cool, you like ride dragons, and he's like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, and you shoot skeletons in the face and they like explode, and he's like, whoa. And then I was like, I was playing this before you were born, and he's like, what? He's like, you just see his brain go like, wait, they had video games like back then? And I was like, yeah, I was playing this right before you were born. I think my last save was like, PlayStation, you could save like to the cloud or whatever. It was from like 2011 or something. It was like, or 2012, because I was playing it when he was a baby, right? Because he'd be up all the time in the night, and I'm like, all right, he's asleep, I'm gonna put him down, I'll play a little, and be like, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, it was like right before he was born. Yeah, I was all about it. Yeah, no, get some rest. Get some rest. But now I have Paramore in my head too. It's a good game, but I will be honest, it holds up, but it's kind of like slow compared to where games are now. It's still really cool, but I was like, go faster, come on, you're like the Dragon King guy. You're so slow. It was just my character had. I need to up that mobility, But yeah, it was good. It was fun. But all right, we'll get to work. Where were we? We're contemplating life and all life's fun choices. Yeah. We're on exercise 12, page 54. That sounds so depressing. Exercise 12, page 54. All rise. Right? You want to be, you don't need to follow the main story. That's true. I want to play Elden Ring. That's on my list of want to play. But we'll see. All right, back to it. It's really good, huh? Mega. It's good. I like FromSoft games, and you know what? I'm going to tell you a story, just real quick, last story. So we got Santa brought a PS5, and then I logged into the things, and there was like the Christmas sale or winter sale, whatever, on PlayStation. And I was like, oh, cool. Elden Ring's on sale. And it said Christmas sale, whatever, PlayStation, until like January 16th or 18th or whatever. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll come back and get it, right? I was busy. Kids are hogging it, right? As they could, because Santa brought it for them. Whatever. And I was like, oh, I got to get Elden Ring before before the sale ended. And I go on, it's like the 15th or like the 2 days before the sale was over, FromSoft pulled it from the thing. So it wasn't on sale anymore. Everything else was, but they pulled it early. Probably because they were like, business. Yeah. So I was like, oh man. So like I want to get it, but I'm cheap. It's like what, $60? I was like, oh. It was like, if I knew, when I know it sell, you know what I'm saying? When it was like $30, why would I pay $60? You know? You could borrow my game. Dude, Santa brought the digital version of PlayStation. Because Santa apparently couldn't make discs that day. The one, the physical ones. So Santa was having a rough day, and that's all he could get, Santa tries his hardest. Mega, he's trying for a long time to get one. And then the stupid bots were getting in the way, Santa was just trying to be good. To be a good Santa, I guess. So yeah, we don't have the disc one. I told the kids, you get what you get, and you don't cause a fit, Santa's trying. Yeah, he goes through the roofs. Yeah, literally, right? But yeah, it's fun. I'm glad we got one. Yeah, no lost or broken game. That's true. In all honesty, I don't trust my kids with games. Like, I just don't. I don't trust them touching the PlayStation. I don't. They're terrible. Like, they'll plug their controllers in to charge them, and then they'll like play with it plugged in. I'm like, get away, because they don't play games like this. They're not like, oh, yeah, I'm just a gamer being cool. They're all like, and I'm like, there's no way you're playing, the Fort box with your controller plugged into the PlayStation. Absolutely not happening. So I don't trust them. It stays. They don't have to touch it. They can turn it on and shut it off from the controller. I'm like, go away, get away from it. I'm that dad. With certain things, I'm like, get away, back away, back away. So if they were like in charge of inserting different games and ejecting them, I'd be like, dude, no, it's not happening. Do you know how much Santa paid for that? You know? Yep. Exactly, Maple. Exactly. Yep. Full dad mode engaged. I have 3 boys, and what would happen is one would want to play one game, one would want to play the other, and there would be a fight that broke out, fighting over games, pushing and shoving. I can see it all right now. Pushing, shoving, trying to get their game in before the other game, trying to, like, it would be... There would be yelling involved, much crying. So now I'm like, yeah, they don't touch it, right? See, I think of these things. You're like, yeah. Oh, they're fun though. They're good. They're good boys, but at least Santa brought them their own controllers. So dad has his own controller, so I don't have to worry. Like, if they break their controller, hey, deal with it. If your X button doesn't work, that sucks. You know. But I don't want the PlayStation to get broken, right? Because daddy uses it too. Only have a daughter, guess I'm spared. No, they all bring the chaos, right? Yeah, Mega, yeah. Yep. I've learned from the PlayStation 4 letting them... I used to have a nice Scuff controller, Mega. It was nice. I had the paddles. It was so nice. And then I got it at Guardian Con 2019 or whatever. I like built it there, picked out I was like, this is my controller. This is great. And then, I'm like, yeah, you guys could play Minecraft or whatever. And then I wasn't playing it. And then one day I go over because they're like, Dad, the PlayStation needs to update. So I pick up my controller and I'm like, where are the paddles? What is happening? Like, stuff's falling off it. It's all sticky and like stuff's on it. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Yeah, there's like cheese puffs, grease. It was awful. And I was like, it's just, yeah, no. This is why we can't have nice things, right? Are we going to war through the game? Nice. That's awesome. That's kind of funny. A whole meal inside, yeah. Yeah, my kids are gross. They're straight up gross. Like, it's my house is like Malcolm in the Middle. When I try to explain to people, I'm like, it's bad. I'm like Hal. I just am like, what? Okay. Oh. All right, we'll get to work. Ages, they are 11, 9, and 7. So they're like getting big and like strong, but they don't realize it yet. So everything is like broken, dents all over in the walls. They're starting fist fighting. They don't just like pinch each other anymore and be like, shove. Now they're like, get over here. They're like, it's crazy. It's crazy in my house. They all have Nerf guns with like those rubber bullets that hurt. So they make traps. They're wild. I love them though. They're my boys. 2010. Okay, yeah. God made beer for dads. No, they're fun. They're a lot of fun. That's the cool part. They're boys. They're kids. So like, that's what they do. They're good boys. They have good intent. But yeah. All right, I'm going to work. We're getting back to work. What time is it? I've been chatty tonight. What? It's 7 o'clock, and I'm only on exercise 12. My manager's going to be very upset. Be like, what? You only got to 12? My manager is my dog, so he's probably going to bark at me and stuff. So, let's take a minute. If I'm playing a triplet, okay, stop. Okay. So if the accent's on the first and third note of the triplet, right? And I want to play a diddle, right? Triplet, right? It's all in the right hand. If I want to play a herta or play alternating singles or add 16th notes to the one and the third note, triplet, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Triplet. Right? Funny, like I can hear it and play it faster, but slowing it down, I'm like, so weird. It's kind of hard. Kind of like a ding, I like that. See? Learning new things. I don't know if Mega's still here, but you're like, those are the new things today, yeah. So, Mega, how much do you miss Sesame Street? Are you still watching Sesame Street? I kind of miss it. I like Sesame Street. Bluey's good. Bluey fills a hole where Sesame Street once lived, but I enjoyed Sesame Street. Watching that with the kids. It's a good show. It's fun. Always a good time. Elmo hating on that rock. I was like, yeah, rock's not alive. Stupid Zoe. It's just a rock. Alex, thank you. 6 months. Them triplets. What do you mean? Do you worry about zones? What do you mean? What do you mean? We still work a bit of Sesame Street in. Nice. See, my boys are at that age where the oldest one will say it's lame, so the younger ones are like, yeah, it's lame. But they're probably really like, I'd watch it. So it kind of sucks. Sesame Street. It's good stuff, man. Cookie Monster just wants to eat those cookies, you know? Where you hit the drum changes. Where you hit the drum changes. Oh, change the sound. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not really thinking about that yet. I mean, eventually. If I'm in a performance or like trying to get a certain sound, if I'm in control, I'll totally be, trying to manipulate the timbre by using different zones. But right now, I'm just praying to God I can hit the sticking that I need to hit, you know? I'm not really worried about accuracy right now. Once I'm in control of it or have an awareness of it, then I think I'll be able to manipulate the timbre depending on what I need to do. But right now, I'm not. I mean, I could say I am and be like, I'm totally trying to. But, like, it's. I'm swinging and praying, you know, being like, here's yeah, all right, okay, that's it's working. Right? Now we'll move it to 2. Just beat the drum. Yeah. I mean, we'll eventually be focusing on that, but I feel like it all comes, like there's steps, right? It's like when you're learning piano, there's a great TED Talk about this. Like, it's like your first, like hearing someone play Fur Elise or something, like the first year of playing, and then after 10 years. And what happens is, you know, the first time you're doing it, you're just like, do, 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 do. All the notes are the same dynamics, right? You're just trying to get the notes and the rhythms right. Get the basics of the piece to come through. And then maybe the second year, you might accent, da, 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 boom. You might put like a heavier downbeat or something, or just play it with a little more swagger a certain way. But then by year 10, it showed the guys playing it like, where it's like there's so much more going on, even though they're playing the same thing. Same thing with this. It's like I'm just trying to learn the piece. The basics of it, and then from there it's like all these other things can come out of that once you get comfortable. So right now just worried about hitting the accents right, making it clear. I'm trying to hit in the middle of the drums, especially when going through the different toms. It's tricky though, that's what I mean. Like at certain tempos, it's like you're moving quick, and how we were talking earlier about getting paradiddles and moving around the kit. My right hand is like, it's like super good. It's like, what? And this one's like, oh man, slow down, dude. Oh man, oh. It's like, you know, that one active friend that you have is like, hey man, you want to play some basketball? And they're all like, try hard about it. And you're like, not really, but okay. And they're like, come on, let's go. You good for another round? And you're like, oh my God, I just want to go eat a hot dog. That's my left hand right now. It's just like, dude, can we just be done with this now? You know, after like 2 seconds. So yeah, we'll get there. But next we'll move to beats 2 and the and of 2. So 2 lefts. cool. Where was that at? Young Drummer of the Year contest. That's awesome. I would like to know where that is. There's probably some crazy people in that, right? The little punk kids, they're so good. It's in the UK. Nice. Like there's some seriously ripping young talented kids. I used to get like students in and I was like, oh my God, how old are you? Like 7. I'm like, what? You're playing like a 40-year-old. They're just so like, they just got that gift, you know? It's really cool. That was probably really fun. My favorite drummer. Do you have a guess? Tommy Lee. Megan knew. Megan knew it was Tommy. Could you tell by my insane? Yeah. I love you, Megan. Get a cramp. I didn't eat before, so we're okay. No, my favorite drummer is Steve Jordan. A lot of people asked that over the years, and I was like, But the more, like I said, the older and wiser I get, I think the most impactful drummer on me throughout my whole time playing this has been him. He's so insane. I mean, it's like the dude is just, does his thing, you know, and that's what I hope to be someday. Just do my thing, you know. I could hear something and be like, that's Steve Jordan. And he's just playing. But you just know instantly. That's that. If you could pick a lineup, like a lineup of different drummers playing the same beat, I could, you just know it's him every time. And he plays so smart and for the music, and he's just so good at what he does. And he's a good dude. So yeah, Steve Jordan, 100%. I need a Steve Jordan shirt. I think he's one of the best drummers of our generation, 100%. Or of the last 50 years. It's really good. What would you say is your favorite drum line? Like favorite drum part? Man, I don't know. That's hard. I don't know. Really don't know. I honestly, I don't think I can answer that. Honestly, I could give you a bunch of stuff I like, but I don't think I have a favorite drum thing. I don't know. Changes daily, probably, right? I think Judith from A Perfect Circle, Josh Freese, the two notes in the beginning of that those two flams, blah, 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 boom, like it's the simplest drum part, but it's like Nirvana, like it's such an impactful thing. Waiting on the World to Change. I don't even know. I mean, there's so many, right? I couldn't answer that. Couldn't do it. There's too many, right? All right, we're gonna do just a little more. I want to get up there for bedtime. It's bedtime. We had a sick kiddo home today with upset tummy. So I'll go up, check on them before bed. Yeah, Purdy. Yeah, I mean, there's there's so many good ones, right? James Brown, funky drummer, right? I don't care. I had a thought today. Bass player, and I'll probably like tweet it or put it in a story. Toby's barking. He's like, I know you're down there. It's going around. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm kind of watching what I eat today because I don't want to be next. Metronomes. Oh, Deftones, dude. So good. Oh man, you're gonna make me get in trouble. Endless, just Around the Fur is good too. That's a good one. I'm a White Pony fan, but Around the Fur was like, we got a glimpse of like the future of modern rock, whatever music with Around the Fur. Mike Johnston, he's a great drummer. He's a cool guy, but he said once, and it's so true, like once the Deftones came out, every rock band after them has been trying to just like catch up with like whatever album they release. Every band's like trying to sound like that, and then by the time they get there, like Deftones has a new thing, and everyone's just been like copying them for years. They're so good. Sounds, tones, all that. Is Keith Moon top 5 drummer? For me, no, but I love Keith Moon. He's not one of my top 5, but he's a legend, you know? You did it with left-hand hi-hats. Nice. No, bass player, I was going to tweet or make a post about, I think it's going to be the next podcast episode that I'm going to record. I'll sit down and go a little in depth with it, but metronomes ruin drummers. Like the digital metronome. I really feel like that was the start of like just the Keith Moons going away and like all these great drummers. I was just listening to something, you know, Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, that album. You would assume, right, like, okay, this is in the 90s. Chad played to a click. He didn't play to a click, any of that record. And the guy who recorded it was like, I could take Chad's drums from all the different takes, and they were all perfect. Like, they were all the same. Like, he could have went and just, like, comped, you know, a verse here, and it would have all lined up. He's like, the dude's one of the most consistent, never uses a click. And it's like all these like great drummers that we talk about, none of them use clicks. They're just like insanely spot on, you know. Abe Deftones doesn't use a click. They just practice. They know their stuff and they're so good. If you put a click on, they're like you grit them, you kill it, you kill the vibe, you know. So yeah. Metronome is good to practice to and stuff, but all these like great drummers, they weren't sitting down hashing out parts to a metronome. Just they were working on time on their own, and they were figuring it out. And so many drummers now, like they can play to a click and they're whatever. You take the click away, they're awful. They're straight up trash. They can't do it. So yeah. Metronomes ruin drummers. I'm going to get that on a shirt. I'm seriously, it's starting to hit me like, you know, later on in my career, playing to click tracks all the time and recording to clicks day in and day out. It's like, oh my God, everything is the same. Every song that's like the same tempo, there's no feel, there's nothing there. So yeah. 311, 2, yeah! Chad Sexton, yeah. Can you play Children of Bodom? I know what you're saying. Children of Bodom. I could play that, yeah. Will I, though? No. I'll play some Children of Bodom on my jazz kit, you know? There we go. No, good band, though. Good band. But yeah, that was my thought today. I was like, man, I had to play something to a click for work. And it killed it. Just, the song was so cool because I had all this, I got to hear like all these scratch tracks and like just live performances of it and just some really cool takes of this song, right? And then in like pre-production, and then they're like, all right, let's lay it down. And then they're like, all right, tempo is blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I heard the scratch tracks that were recorded to the click. It just killed it. Just everything about the song just turned so stale and boring. And I was like, man, I could do a great drum part and bring some energy to this, and you know, the singer can maybe do it, but it's still all the same. It's just like everything else, right? It's another Starbucks. It's another. It's depressing. So yeah, it's freaking clicks. I think Rick Beato beat you to all that quality old man rants. I know. I gotta get together with Rick and just be like, yeah. No, he has a cool video with talking about like he gritted John Bonham, right? And it sucked. It was awful. But yeah, it's like you put all those great drummers and you force them into like a lane. It sucks. Some drummers need it because they suck, right? most of the bands that we listen to and the artists, like, yeah, they need a click track because they lose it on stage. They speed up, they slow down because they're not really that good. But there's drummers who they're good. So yeah, you mentioned like favorite drummers, and like Steve Jordan. I mean, he's one of those cats too. Like, he can create feel and time and just make it feel so perfect, even though it's imperfect. And that's the goal, right? That's the play. So yeah, I'll have my version of an old man rant coming. Yeah, no, that kid. Yeah, it's nice to meet you though, Obi. But I'm gonna go up. I'll check on the kids. Tonight was a chill night. We didn't get a lot done, but I played a lot today. My arms are kind of like. Ugh. Everyone be good. I'm gonna continue this week. We got a lot to do, but I'm getting a focus on on where I want to move my practice towards. My wife came down this morning. I was in the control room, and I had like 10 books open, and I'm like, oh, she's like, what? Are you okay? I was like, yes, I can work on this, and then I can do this and that. So we're getting some stuff that I'm very excited to work on. But yo, Ninja, what's up? Oh, that's a lot of months. How many? 31. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Hi. Thank you, all you guys that support. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know it's not crazy fun, exciting anymore, but I'm having a blast, and it's you guys light up the stream when you come in and say hi and all that. So I love you. Thank you. Everyone have a good night's sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. I have to go get a crown. All the years of being like, I destroyed one of my molars. It's all cracked, and yeah. Don't play rock and roll with stress and angriness. So yeah, I gotta go get a crown on Wednesday. So I'll probably be like, yeah. Boo. Right? Austin, have a good one. Hope they feel, thank you. Corey, thank you. Yeah, hopefully they're good. Hopefully no one's barfing, right? Yeah, don't play drums with your teeth. I love you guys. Be good. I'm just going to end it. Bye-bye.